It's the show that everyone has been waiting for, the award show. After 10 months of amazing athletics, the NSW sports staff sat down and voted on who they thought were the male, female, and team of the year, along with the top play from season 11. Kicking it off are the guys. All seniors in this bunch, but that means that the competition for the top spot was intense. Ryan Risky takes us through our 6 nominees.
We start off on the football field. Watching a dynamic duo of a quarterback and receiver with chemistry can really be a thing of beauty, and that's exactly what we saw this past year from the Naperville Central football team when Peyton Thorne targeted speedster Jaden Reed. Reed averaged over 20 yards per catch as he hauled in 59 passes for 1,179 yards and an astounding 13 receiving touchdowns, while adding 4 more on the ground, leading the DVC in all receiving categories. Late in the year, he became a two-way threat, playing defensive back while adding another touchdown on a pick 6. The dynamic playmaker looked unguardable this season as the Redhawks won the outright DVC championship for the second time in 3 years and made it to the quarterfinals of the Class 8A playoffs before falling to Maine South. This incredible season earned him all-conference recognition and all-state honors. Reed will head up north to Western Michigan to continue his football career in the fall. We head over to the ice rink for our next nominee, Ben Granado. A 3-year varsity starter on the top line for Neuqua Valley hockey, Granado terrorized the Illinois West Conference, scoring 106 goals in his 3 seasons during league play, which are the most in the Illinois West during that span, and was the second leading scorer with 90 points on the team that won the Illinois West Cup and made it to the state quarterfinals in 2017. While the Wildcats couldn't replicate the success from last season, Granado was still a force as he found the back of the net 45 times in 48 games this year, and his 35 goals in conference play were 3rd in the Illinois West. As you would expect from the team captain, Granado basically did it all for the Wildcats, whether it was scoring goals, setting up teammates, winning face-offs, and even scoring off of them or killing penalties. He did it all to perfection. With Granado leading the charge, Neuqua hockey achieved arguably one of its best 3-year runs in program history. We stay with the theme of scoring goals with Naperville North attacker Scotty Allgood. Despite being what some might say undersized at 5'7", Allgood torched opposing defenses this year in the inaugural season that boys lacrosse was sanctioned by the IHSA, as he led the state with an insane 120 points in just 21 games. No play sums up Allgood's skill set more than this absurd goal that he scored against Naperville Central. I mean, this shouldn't be humanly possible. Absolutely no way to defend that, as he found the back of the net 59 times this season and led the team to a 17-5 record, and the Huskies took back the Naperville Lacrosse Cup from their crosstown rivals. Once the postseason came around, the Huskies were given the #1 seed in the Batavia sectional, and they rolled all the way to super sectionals, where they pulled off a comeback for the ages, with Allgood assisting on the game-tying and game-winning goals to send the Huskies to the state semifinals. Unfortunately for North, they ran into eventual state champion Loyola Academy in the semis, but the Huskies still finished 4th in the state, which is the best finish in program history. Allgood left his mark on the program, becoming the all-time leader in points with 278, and will take his talents to Illinois Wesleyan next year to continue his athletic career. We shift to a 2-sport athlete out of Neuqua Valley, Ryan Wheeler. Wheeler was the top cornerback on the football team, which had a winning record for the 8th consecutive season. Wheeler was a ball hawk in the backfield, leading the team with 6 interceptions this season. Opposing quarterbacks usually got burned when targeting Wheeler, as he leaves as the program's all-time leader in picks with 10 for his career. In the spring is where we see Wheeler shine the most. Over on the baseball diamond, he hit at the top of the order for a stacked lineup the past 2 seasons, helping the Wildcats capture back-to-back regional championships, with Wheeler delivering the walk-off winner against Yorkville this year. Opposing pitchers could not figure out how to retire Wheeler, as he finished his career with an outstanding .440 batting average and 120 hits, both of which are program records. This season, Wheeler sparked the Wildcats' offense as the leadoff hitter and was named co-DVC Player of the Year. With Wheeler setting the tone, Nequa finished with an astounding 66-6 record the past 2 seasons. Next up is another player who dominated on the gridiron on the defensive side of the ball, Connor Reed. Reed was one of the top safeties in the state, as opposing quarterbacks could not find an open receiver in the backfield. Reed came within 1 interception of the Bennett Academy record for a single season with 9, one of which was run back for a touchdown, to go along with 86 tackles and 2 fumble recoveries to anchor a defense that allowed just under 16 points per game. The Red Wings made it to the semifinals of Class 7A for the 2nd straight season, as Reed's defensive performance earned him all-state recognition. Reed, like most of our athletes, also plays another sport. In the winter, he became a weapon off the bench for Coach Gene Heidkamp on a basketball team that won a sectional championship for the 2nd time in 3 seasons. We finish off the nominees with a 2-sport athlete and 2-time state champion in boys soccer, Jack Barry. Not many athletes in this area have come up as clutch as Barry has the past couple of seasons, as he scored the game-winning goal off a header in the state championship in 2016, and this year assisted on the game-winning goal off a throw-in against Libertyville. One of Barry's main specialties is the throw-in, as his strength basically allows him to heave the ball as far as he wants, and helped him set a program record with 22 assists this season, as the Huskies finished with a 27-1-1 record, on their way to repeating as state champs. In the winter, Barry transitioned to the court, where he was a starter on the boys basketball team, shooting 38% from beyond the arc as a 3-point specialist on a team that won a regional championship for the 2nd straight season, as well as the DVC title.
Being a driving force on such great teams is quite a feat, and that's why Ryan Wheeler grabs the Male Athlete of the Year award for Nequa Valley.